In this Israel and Hamas conflict and war, there is a lot of dis and misinformation that is going around. And many, and if not all, of the mainstream media sources will not tell you things such as this. If this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Chris, and this is Foundation Bible Studies, where I seek to help connect you with your Creator in Jesus Christ, both informationally and experientially, so you can fulfill the purpose you were created for. And so, when we're talking about misinformation, there are things that the mainstream media will not cover, but when we get to listen to input from sides that we may not agree with, we actually get a better picture, if not a true picture, of what's really going on. And so this comes from allisrael.com. And I will link this down below. And as we get into this, I want to ask, what have you heard? What has your perspective been? And what inputs and news outlets have you been going to get your information? It is vitally important that we go to the right sources in order to get the right information. So this one says US confirms Hamas HQ under Shifa Hospital. Says it's a violation of the law of war. So one thing to point out is it says US confirms, the United States confirms, not Israel, but the US confirms Hamas HQ under Shifa Hospital. And there's a video portion that will be played as well. And so it says PA, or the Palestinian Authority president, pressures US to demand ceasefire and increase aid. This was given to us yesterday. It was published yesterday, November 15th, here in the US. And if you're watching on the video, you can see kind of this prayer rug used by Muslims, and it is filled with rifles, assault rifles, filled with ammo clips, filled, and it has a bulletproof vests or vests on there. But we'll continue on. It says the United States announced that its own intelligence department confirmed that Hamas operates command centers underneath hospitals in the Gaza Strip, including the Al-Shifa Hospital, which was raided by the IDF on Wednesday. So this, if you're watching, this is Thursday. Today is Thursday, November 16th, and this happened just yesterday. And we're going to watch the video that goes along with this because it is very telling. Or if you're listening on the audio version, I would encourage you, I'll try to remember to leave the video link down in the description if you're listening on the audio. It says, while this announcement by the United States National Security Council spokesman John Kirby is another expression of the Biden administration's exceptional public support of Israel during the war so far, the Palestinian side continues to increase its pressure on the U.S. to stop the fighting in the Gaza Strip. And we'll come back to this video. I just want to keep going. Kirby said the information that corroborated repeated Israeli claims about the misuse of Gaza's hospitals was gathered by American sources, independent of Israel's intelligence. So this is the United States government representative saying that the U.S. government did their own independent investigations. Their reps over there, our reps over there, did their own independent investigation into the Israeli claims. And I think this is just a great thing, especially when you look at what God has revealed to us in the scriptures about the end times. But it says it comes from a variety of intelligence methods of our own. And he repeats, of our own, Kirby stressed, adding that Hamas and all the terror organization, and also the terror organization Palestinian Islamic Jihad, operated command centers and weapon depots under several hospitals. He emphasized what Hamas is doing. It is a violation of the law of war to headquarter yourself in a hospital. So you're using innocent people as human shields. You've devised this, you've planned this, and this is what Hamas is doing. It's living in a house full of kids, and you're the drug dealer, and you're going to use them as bait and as a shield to shield yourself and ensure your own escape and welfare. But continuing on, Israel saying this is a great blessing to them in this time. So there's a video that goes along with this that is embedded in the article, and we're going to check that out.
So we are going to one shot of all of the evidence that we have found just now in this building of the Shifa Hospital. We're inside the MRI center of the Shifa Hospital. Israeli troops breached here a few hours ago, and we have cleared the area, make sure that it's safe. And a few of the most interesting things that we have found totally confirm, without any doubt, that Hamas systematically uses hospitals in their military operations in violation of international law. And what we have found, I think, is only the tip of the iceberg. Let me show you a few examples.
Now, when it comes to this, as he said, this is a one-shot take. So this, as he said, no editing for those of us who are content creators and put together clips and things like that. We know what this means. It's very significant. Just you're getting all the raw. You're not adding your own extra footage, anything like that. You're getting to see it raw footage, no additives.
Security cameras have been obstructed. All of the security cameras are covered, and this isn't the only one. You'll see the rest of them here. Follow me as we go in, and we will see the MRI center and see the weapons that Hamas has hidden inside. This is where patients come in order to get MRI services. We'll proceed into the more secluded area.
Question I have is, how would you feel going into a hospital and finding out that this is the place where the local gang or the local cartel, they set up shop right alongside where you get your medical services? Crazy.
Lighting here is out, so we're using flashlights. We're now, as you can see, in an MRI room. I don't know when it was used the last time, but it is definitely an MRI machine. And if you follow me behind the MRI machine, I'll show you what our troops exposed just minutes ago. In military terms, this is a grab bag, grab and go of a Hamas combatant. And if you zoom in and we get some light over here, what you will be able to see is military equipment. There is an AK-47, there are cartridges, ammo, there are grenades in here, of course uniform, and all of this was.
Now, as somebody who is ex-military myself, one thing I will say, I served 9 years in the Navy. One of the things that we are trained to do from boot camp and in boot camp is you are to remain prepared at all times. We might have a troop movement, ship movement on very short notice, 24-hour notice, 48-hour notice. And we are trained and taught, and I still do this to this day, even though I'm out the military, is you fold your clothes a certain way, you prepare your uniforms a certain way. So that way, all you got to do, your clothes are prepared, they're folded, you can stick them in a bag and you can go. And so when he's talking about this grab and go stuff, it actually hits home pretty clearly because military are trained to do that. A good military is trained to be efficient, to be on the spot, and to be able to respond to threats with as little lack of time or lapse of time, I should say, as possible.
Very conveniently, secretly behind the MRI machine. On the other side, we found a backpack with what appears to be very important intelligence, including a laptop, and we'll show you that momentarily. Let's go see the next room. So we're still in the MRI center. The backpack was found in here, and it was also hidden behind the MRI machine. As you can see, the rest of the equipment here is proper hospital equipment, right? Bandages and medical gear. It seems as if there's no real shortage because there's a lot of equipment here, but we'll leave that for another discussion. Let's go see weapons and other prohibited items.
So just in that, like I said, I will link this down below. I think this was very telling, and hopefully whoever you are, wherever you're at, connect with me down below in the comments or on the social media pages, and let me know what has your perspective been. Do you only follow one stream of news and you only get one side of it, or have you follow whether conservative, liberal, or are you trying to maintain a balance? And it's just sad how an ideology will cause you to put others in the way of danger, in harm's way. So what do you think about Hamas setting themselves up in such a situation, putting civilians in harm's way? Let me know down below. And if you want to know more information about the signs of the end times, You can check out this video right here. If you're on YouTube, I'll link it down below. If you are on the audio version, or if this makes it to the audio version. And until the next one, God bless you in Jesus' name.